you. Like, I had no idea you were having all these feelings. I would have been here telling you how I want you, telling you how I want to marry you, telling you how I love you. Like,
yo, listen, it's a Mazzoline. Episode 3 is crazy. My boy is crashing out. Leo is crashing out. But you know what? I've been there, so I understand. But he's crashing out. Bro, you are crashing out, my guy. You are crashing out. Leo had the opportunity to choose. Let me tell you something. Look, when a man knows, you know. Listen, when a man knows, you know. Yeah? When a man knows what he wants, he goes after what he wants. When a man doesn't know what he wants, you can see the indecision. You can see the indecisiveness in the way that he moves. But when a man knows what he wants, he goes after what he wants. Leo was sitting on this for time. What do you mean you're going to tell me last minute, you know I wanted you, you know I love you, you know it's this, I said the person I was going to, that I was going to marry, I'll tell him I love them, da-da-da-da-da-da. My guy, listen, you were dragging it out, my guy, you know. Like, you were talking to Brittany, asking her what ring sizes she wants to wear, what ring style she wanted to wear, and you wanted to talk to both Brittany and to old girl. The whole point is this, listen, bro, you play this game, there's a chance you can lose, my guy. And absolutely right, Deanna. It is carnage. Hey, yo, it's carnage. My boy is out here crashing out because he wasn't decisive enough about what choice he wanted to make. Now, you wanted, you know, listen. If you wanted Hannah, you should have gone for it. Old girl was actually on your side. She was on your steez. She wanted you, bro. Now, I will be fair to him. Though he crashed out, don't get it twisted, he crashed out, there ain't no grace for Hannah either. Send Hannah down a Dockham River too. Because Hannah was out here saying, if he was to marry you, you was like, if he was to propose to you, you said, yes, I will be on it, I'm going down it, I can't wait to see you tonight. And in between then and then, you ended up getting with Nick D and suddenly turning around and be like, he said he loved me, I told him I loved him, and then suddenly going forward. So, whilst I believe that Leo crashed out, and he really did, my guy really crashed out. I mean, he crashed all the way out. But you know, I'm be fair to him. Hannah did you dirty too. Because if you hadn't had a conversation with my boy, right? You had a conversation with him. Don't make it out like he's crazy for coming after you the way he came after you. I mean, he was crazy still. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was kind of crazy. But, you know what I'm saying to you? But, you know, you guys were meant to have a conversation first. You know what I'm saying to you? You were meant to have a conversation first. But this crash out was crazy, blood. It's crazy because actually, it's not the fact that he crashed out on Hannah that's crazy. It's the fact that he tried to crash out and then come back and be like, yo. I know I crashed out. I know I went mad. I know I was a bit crazy. I know I did some madness. But don't go and tell old girl. Now, that's the part that killed me the most. When he said, listen, yo, babes, listen, Hannah, I know I crashed out, and I know I told you that I really wanted you, and I know I told you I would marry, if I was to say I would marry you, but what I need you to do is just cancel this conversation. Whatever I just got said in this moment, just, Men in Black it. Here come the men in black, men in black. You know, it was like, you know what I'm saying to you? Like, he was like, listen, I need that to, you know what I'm saying to you? So he was like, listen, I'm gonna do it my way, my way. If you know the song, you know. But shout out to El Cid. But so listen, and I was like, bro, this is foolishness what you're doing. Because you knew that you actually wanted old girl, Hannah, then you should have gone after it, my guy. You wasted time. And when you play and you juggle, you're likely to juggle and to drop one. And that's what happened to Leo. Okay? So that was diabolical, Leo. We'll discuss him a little bit later on as the episode goes on. I want to talk a little bit also about this moment here. Well, again, I'm going to keep it short, but I'm going to extend a little bit. I just want to do a quick introduction. This moment here.
I love this.
I love you.
I love you. I do.
Okay, so here's my thing. What I will say about Ashley and Ashley and Tyler, what I will say is, listen, to be fair, I know she wasn't saying any compliments verbally, but she did say I love you, and she said you know, so and there was some good eye contact too, so I want to be fair to her. I don't know if she was necessarily, I think she was a little bit taken aback. Maybe she wanted them to be a bit more darker, and I think she's a little bit taken aback. But I haven't watched episode 4, so I have no clue, or episode 5, I don't know what happens, right? All I know is for now, it just looks like, it looked a little bit like, ooh, a little bit underwhelmed, but nothing crazy, you know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy per se, you know what I mean? I was a little bit underwhelmed, but nothing necessarily crazy. Okay, all right. So I'm not gonna go too hard on them. Who else was there? Okay, all right. And then obviously we had Tim and
Me.
old girl.
Alice, what's your last name?
My last name?
Yeah.
Bird.
Duly noted.
So like obviously Tim and Alex as well. They kept it cute, and obviously like I said, kept it cute and everything. So I like what they're bringing to the table. You know what I'm saying to you. So let me get my notes out because I need to make sure I do these notes properly. But I liked what they're saying. They weren't too bad. I think they were pretty cool. I felt like they were decent. In this episode as well. So but yeah, again, and then we had obviously Garrett and Taylor with the good vibes on their reveal. And now I felt like they actually liked each other. I can't lie to you. They were straight in there. They were kissing. They were touching.
That's awesome. I can't wait to meet her.
She was biting her lip.
Did you have any guesses?
He had his hand on her leg. Like this, for me, the attraction was there. Okay? All right? For me, the attraction was there. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? The attraction was there. And I'm never going to be mad at it. Now, quickly again, Marissa and Bowden, just really quickly. And again, I will go deeper into these couples a little bit as well. Marissa, Bowden, and Ramsey's.
Obviously, we're the best things that ever happened to you.
Yeah, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh.
I really do like our conversations. I really do.
I mean,
listen, shout out to them, okay? All right, cool. I like Marissa and Bowden. I think they're pretty cool, as well. I know Ramsey, do you know what? What I love about Ramsey, though, is his vulnerability. And, it's very mature of him to actually be able to say, listen, I want a bit of reassurance. Because earlier on he was out here telling us, I wouldn't mind if you had somebody else. It's up to you if you were dating someone else, et cetera, et cetera. But I want to say something. Okay, Bowden's got allegations. Damn. Okay, but can I just say this? When Marissa made a joke about there being a throuple, it was at that point I knew, girl ain't serious, bro. Okay? It was at that point. When she said throuple, at that point I knew she wasn't serious. Okay? When she said throuple, I said, yeah, brother, get out of there. Okay? All right? She's not only come from a military background, she was in the military and was willing to counsel somebody in the military. I said, get the frick out of here. But we'll discuss this again, so anyway, look, we're going to break this all the way down. I'm going to offer you guys opportunity. Like I said, I don't want to take too long, but I want to offer you guys a chance. If you've got an opinion and you're on this episode from 1 to 3, this is going to be the chance for you to jump in and have your live. I'll probably do the rest of the lives, I think, on Friday. So Friday, I'll probably do the last 3 episodes. I don't know how I'm going to get through them. I'm only on episode 4. I don't know how I'm going to get through the next 3 episodes. I've got to pray. I've got to do work. I've got to coach tomorrow. I don't know how it's going to happen. Okay, but we're going to find a way before Saturday. We're going to find a way. All right, cool. Let's break down the couples. I'm going to go, obviously, chronological order. Let's start with Garrett and, obviously, Taylor. Listen, come on, honest with you. Listen, no matter what you think about them, no matter how you feel about them, no matter what you say about them, one thing I will say is that they look like they are in love. These people look like they enjoy it. You know what I'm saying to you? These people look like they enjoy to it. So I'm not gonna be mad at it. I'm not gonna cuss it. I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying to you? Sometimes boring love, as that man said. You know that guy that's in UK that's trending right now saying about boring love. Boring love is good. You understand what I'm saying to you? It's stable. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah. Now I told you already. The only problem I had was a kid situation, but the boring love it can handle. Let's see what happens, okay? Let's see what happens, obviously, in the next few episodes. I don't know, but boring love, okay? All right? Someone said he's got to come to terms with the fact that he's not white. Not moving like freaking, what's his name? Moving like everybody hates Chris' dad. What's his name? I'll put in his name now. From White Chicks. He said, what do you mean? You're not white? Oh, the deception. You're not white? I mean, she's as white as they come. I don't know. But she's just not of the Caucasoid race. Terry Crews, thank you. She's not of the Caucasoid race. So maybe that will be an issue, I'll be surprised if it is. I would like, hey, look, y'all, so I'll be surprised. But hey, let me not be ignorant of that interracial dynamics that exist between Asians and Caucasoid Europeans and Americans. So you got to be aware of the fact that there are some differences of culture and ideals that maybe he's looking for and that was mentioned. But it looks like they find each other attractive. I mean, the first thing they came out, they kissed straight away. Okay, all right. So I don't know. I mean, it looked like that. You know what I mean? So, we'll see what happens. Someone said he gave her his honey already. Listen, old boy was in deep already, so I don't know, man. He looked like he was in deep. I can't lie to you. He looked like he really liked her. Like, this kiss here, he was all over it. You know, they sat down, his hands on her leg.
No.
She was biting her lip. He was
just
asking
kept
how
saying the
tall
voice.
they was. Like, this thing looked good. I can't lie to you, man. Let the boring love reign. You know what I'm saying to you? Simple, let the boring love reign. Now, like I said, the only issue I thought could ever happen is the kid situation. And like you guys are now mentioning, I forgot the racial aspect. How close is she to her culture? Because that's a real thing. Like, how close is she to her culture? How much does she value her culture when it comes to a relationship? How much does she want of that culture to input in that relationship is a really big thing. So again, like I said, that is the situation right there as well. So we have to look at it that particular way. You know what I'm saying to you? We'll see what I go on for them. You know what I mean? For now, I'm liking them. I like what they're bringing to the table. And I like it. All right, cool. Let's get to Marissa and Bowden, because let me be honest with you, yeah. Marissa and Bowden, let me just say this now.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. I look at them and I want to see what she said. Okay, he had one person. Let's be a it was a frapple comment out threw me off. I can't lie to you. The frapple comment I said she ain't serious, bro. I said when she said she don't want the boys to back off, and then she said a frapple. I said this girl is enjoying the attention. I don't think she's being honest about it. But hey,
Not fair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a fair point.
Obviously, you have a thing. I'm sorry.
What?
I was just like, you obviously have a thing for guys who've been married before.
now obviously the one thing that obviously I was looking at is when Marissa obviously was saying the frapple joke, and then obviously she mentioned about the fact, she actually mentioned seriously, like, I hope that you guys don't fall back, I hope you both don't fall back or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I said, baby, I know that I don't think you even want both of these guys, to be honest, at this point. But if you did, it would be more Bowden than anybody. But even Bowden, both of you had the same prejudice, which is so crazy. Both of them had the prejudice. Both of them had the same prejudice, which is they didn't want to marry anybody in the military. I'm like, who want to marry you? If you don't want to marry people in the military, why do people who are civilians want to marry you too? You know what I'm saying to you? If you don't even want to marry yourselves, why do we want to marry you? Okay, all right. So for me personally, I was like, nah. I said them jokes about the frapple situation. Be aware, bro. Be very aware, Bowden. Be very aware when people make them kind of jokes. Just saying, man. Do you know what I mean? Now they talked about their flags, and I was like, wait, hold on. We talking flags out here? Hold on.
Oh my god, no.
I think I'll come up.
I hate.
Hold on.
Meeting me and getting to know me.
Yeah,
It should be a green flag.
It's been such a green flag.
Hold on.
Yeah,
It's a yellow flag for me too.
that I was in the military.
Why are you acting shocked when you said it?
Yeah, why are you acting shocked? That's the part that threw me off. She was like, oh, it's definitely like a small little red flag or yellow flag that you're in the military. And he said, yeah, it's a yellow flag when you're in the military too. That I was in the military? Yeah. Yes, you are yellow flag too. Yes. You two are a problem. She thought he was the only one. No, you too, darling. You thought that you're the one. Oh, I'm just so great. No, Marissa. No, Marissa. You a problem too. You was in that same organization, okay? You was in that same place, okay? He's like, listen. He was like, let me make sure that you don't think you're the only one. He said, listen, it's a yellow flag for me too. For me? Me? Never. The audacity, the caucasity to tell me I'm a yellow flag as well. Oh God, no. A yellow flag? How dare he? How dare Bowden? How dare he? It's like, baby, listen, you gonna get a yellow flag too. Okay, you gonna get a yellow flag too. Come on. You know what I'm saying to you?
That's for me. Yeah.
I am fucking shocked.
Why?
Why is
You
that
just said it was a yellow flag for me.
No, it's yellow flag for you, Bodie, but not for me.
Why?
Because I'm
Don't
me.
fuck that.
Cause I'm me, bro. Just know when she's joking like that, I'm telling you, she gonna probably be a problem later on. I'm telling you, she gonna be a problem later on. Okay. And Bowden clocked it. That's why he dropped it on her, and she's like, "But I'm me, because I'm amazing." Now, when people are joking, listen. I always listen to some of the jokes they make. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah. Because when they be making these jokes, a lot of these jokes are very serious. You know what I'm saying to you? First and foremost, I'm not even gonna joke. I'm looking very handsome right now. I can't even lie to you. If you're turning into this channel right now, you're even catching me in my good years. You know what I'm saying to you? I'm turning up like a fine wine. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah? Turning up like a fine wine. I ain't even joking with you. I'm being very serious right now. Be careful. You know what I'm saying to you? My steez is very wavy right now. Be careful. You might get caught in the waves. Now, let's be honest. Go back to the real stuff. Okay? I just thought she wasn't a yellow flag because you're in the same place that he was in. You got the same indoctrination that he got. Why do you think you have a moral superiority in that place? My friend, please. My friend, please. You know what I'm saying to you? So I said, okay. No. I was like, this girl wanted a little bit of validation. And then Ramsey, okay, I can't lie to you. Ramsey was killing me, okay? But I know, do you know what? Do you know what it is? You know what it is? Ramsey was trying to do the Prince thing, but I wasn't seeing the Prince thing. See, Ramsey was doing the Prince thing, but I wasn't really seeing the Prince thing. It doesn't carry the same level of energy and steez. It doesn't carry the same level of prestige. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, I see where he's going with it, but it's not giving the same energy. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah? I'm seeing where he's going with it.
Yeah.
Thinking
But it
about, like,
wouldn't
oh, the
give
kids
it.
have to go to
Go to school
Or,
or
like, yeah, they
prepare.
need
Yeah.
this.
I'm not like a guy who's like against like doing domestic, chores
Yeah.
or
Let me tell you this now. Listen, he tried to do the Prince thing. It weren't working, but can we just say this, right? I'm just going to tell you this now. Listen, yeah. Marissa knows exactly what she wants, and it wasn't Ramsey's, okay? It was not Ramsey the first, not second or third. She don't want any Ramseys, okay? All right? She don't want nothing to do with Ramsey, okay? Look at her facial expression when he's talking about, not doing traditional roles. And I don't think she's really been honest.
whatever. Like I know there's traditional marriages where like people like the man just gets up and like goes to work, and like the mom is stuck, cooking breakfast and.
She's like, wait till I'm not gonna say anything. Let me not say anything, Joe. But anyway, listen, let me say anything, Joe. Now she did say obviously that she wouldn't mind the guy staying at home and she working because she's in law, and she's gonna be a lawyer. With a military background, baby, I'm telling you, you running now, she gonna run back to that traditional role. Yeah, I have a feeling she's gonna run back to a traditional role. Okay, she didn't even sound convinced herself, if I'm honest with you, because when he was mentioning it, it didn't sound like he really wanted it. Okay, it didn't sound like when he mentioned it, it didn't sound like she really was backing it like that. Okay, all right, I don't believe that she felt that way. Her facial
and, like,
expressions,
getting the kids in the shower and then clothing them, and while she's like trying to get ready herself for work, like I do not believe in that at all. Like,
Okay, sweet.
I want to like help and like make your load as easy as possible.
I don't think I'm a stay-home.
So obviously, like she said, she told us that she don't want to be a stay-at-home mom, which is cool. I mean, she's got her degree and she's she's in law, so I'm not expecting her to stay at home. It wasn't that at all. More of a case of like, you want him to stay at home, you gonna be able to respect him. You gonna be able to respect him staying at home? That's the big question. No, for a short while, yeah, but you gonna be able to respect that man as a man? Him staying at home? Not working? Like maybe some of your other colleagues that have husbands at work as much as they work. You sure gonna be okay with that, sis? I'm just asking. I'm not saying that necessarily that can't happen. I'm just saying.
Mom type of person. I'd probably go stir crazy a bit.
Yeah.
And I would feel like I want more for myself, and I didn't like just go to law school to
So
not be a lawyer.
Exactly.
I would be.
Of course you didn't. Of course, baby, you didn't go to law to stay at home. We know that already. Okay, all right, we know that already. Okay, Cher. So the whole point of the matter is, it's really about the fact that but you're saying you don't mind him staying at home, and I just think to myself, that's gonna automatically start a particular dynamic in a relationship, and I'm getting the inclination that there's certain people that like two types of man. One that they can run over, and the men that can actually lead appropriately, and sometimes they get stuck in between the two. You know what I mean? And I think there is something. I think for her, I think that she might have not liked the traditional role because of maybe the way that her dad operated, or the way she saw certain things in the relationship between her parents. Because it's given, she's rejecting it. And she wants to be alternative, but you still like those kind of military men. And military men usually are going to be trying to be very traditional, usually, not all. and very much that traditional kind of aspect, right? So it's given that you're running away from that, but yet you find those men attractive, and now you've got a man who says he wants to stay at home. Sis, I think you might sabotage yourself. You know what I mean? I think
Like,
you might.
have fully remote work or whatever that looks like. So for me, if I'm there, like I don't mind taking care like of our kids and like
I
being
can make that work. That would
yeah,
work.
I would definitely be willing to do that.
You're not real. You're not real.
Yeah, you know what? Him staying at home. I got an image in my head of her just coming home and just shouting at him, saying you ain't doing nothing around the house. You know, I can see him now with a apron on. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah, I can see him with an apron on, and her coming in and just kicking off the shoes and just shouting at him. I don't know why I just see that. I just see that, and I was like, I feel like it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. We like align pretty well. Like we just flow. We work.
We're a flow. We're like a river.
Again, I'm not getting the tingly feelings. I'm not really getting that impression. To be honest, I'm not really getting that from either her or the Bowden situation. Not too tough either. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really looking at it. You know what I'm saying to you? I'm not really seeing it. I'm even saying to you, I'm not really seeing it. I see you, Dahlia. I'm not really seeing it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm not really seeing it. All right, let's quickly do Tim and Alexis, and then got a few more, and then we'll get some people on as well. All right?
Literally trying to make me the next Tiger Woods. Like, my dad will sit in front of the television for hours and make me watch golf with
Okay, so Tim and Alex, we're a little bit more lighter today. I can't lie to you, Alex, we're a bit more lighter, right? Now, he said something really interesting. He said he needs someone who can bark back and be strong. And she asked him, what does a dog mean? And I think what he really meant was obviously him saying that you need somebody who's also going to have an opinion that's not going to let him run over them, which I told you, he talks a lot, okay? So when he talks a lot, he going to need someone to let him know, listen, you're talking too much. And pipe down a little bit. You know what I'm saying to you? All right? You know what I'm saying to you? Sometimes, just, you know what I mean? He does, sometimes you got to let the dog know that, no. You know what I'm saying to you? You just need someone there to conduct the room. You know what I'm saying? Let the dog know that this is as far as they can go. So yeah, with him, obviously, I think that's a fair point. Like sometimes you do need somebody who can, but I never like the term, I need someone to control me. And it tells me that you got issues when it comes to people and you've dealt with people in the past because in honesty, you don't have good boundaries yourself, right? Like I don't need a partner that controls me. I would like a partner who can, encourage me. I like a partner who can help me see things where I can't see. Yes, I like to be an added. I don't need it to be somebody who's going to create a boundary for me. And no. If you are somebody who loves themselves and is able to prioritize themselves, I'm gonna respect that. Why would I need somebody to like when women say the same thing? It's like what he's saying is the equivalent of what women say. I need a man to put me in my place, and he's basically saying the same thing. I never like it when anybody says that. Like I need the other person to make sure that I am. No, you need to make sure that you're that way. You need to make sure that you're cool. You need to make sure that you're good. You need to make sure that for you. That you are controlling yourself and making sure that you have a good handle on your own behaviors. So for me personally, I never liked that term. But yeah, they seem to be getting better. They both said I love you as well, so it's looking good for now. But like I said, really and truly, someone said I should pin it, Kojo. Oh yeah. At the end of the day, I think you need to be. I think you need some substance. You know what I'm saying to you? I think you need some substance. I think you need to cut boundaries. I think you need to be able to be self-disciplined. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Nobody wants a whatever babe. You're right, and a yes babe. But you never need to say that I don't need a yes babe on a thingy. Do you know what I mean? Like I've never had to say to me I never want a girl that's a yes babe, because in reality, I'm only gonna like you if you weren't a yes babe. You know what I'm saying to you? I often say it out loud, but I hear what you're saying, bro. Like I do get that aspect as well. Like, you know what I'm saying to you? Okay. Obviously, let's talk about Tyler and obviously Ashley.
This is fucking crazy.
First of all, let me talk about Ashley's fashion sense right here. Girl was stunning, okay? These pants that she had on, okay? All right? Part of like the Middle Sea of the Moses or Red Seas. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I mean that in the most respectful manner and possible. But the dress sense with the military green, y'all know I like a green. The military green was popping. Can I just say that again? Okay, I'm just making this clear for you guys. This fashion sense was going on. Girl was looking good. You know what I'm saying to you? Someone said the pants were distracting. That's because your eyes are in the wrong place. But I'm holified and dignified and sanctified. You know what I'm saying to you? All I saw, okay, was just a pretty woman with a good fashion sense. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah? I kept my eyes at a good level. You know what I'm saying to you? Now, of course, when I saw it, I said, damn. Okay? Damn. You know what I'm saying to you? Damn. Girl looking good. You know what I'm saying to you? You know, and we're born with a belly button, so we shouldn't be hiding those belly buttons. You know what I'm saying to you? You know what I mean? You know, it's where the umbilical cord attached, and so we shouldn't make that a naughty place. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, let's sanctify and dignify that. You know, justify that. You know what I mean? But no, their connection, I love it. Like honestly, it was nice to see again a man that's intentional and knows what he wants. Like I keep saying, goes after what he wants. Okay. All right, he goes after what he wants. Now the shoes were a bit off me. I didn't like the sparkly shoes, but you know everything else was working for me. But you know, a man that wants you, one that loves you, goes after what he wants, and that's what we saw with Tyler and Ashley. He didn't have to waste time, and he knew pretty much. Let me tell you this now. Can I be honest with you? Most of us know. Listen, when you meet that person early on, you know, bro. Okay, all right. And you, as a man, when you meet that girl, you know from early jump that girl is the one that you want. When man them take 3 years to marry you, they don't really know. And I always say this as well, like if they take 3 years to marry you, is it that they want to marry you, or is it because they just want the marriage? When a man knows he's got something good, he wants to lock it down. You know what I'm saying to you? Yeah, we're at the age. Okay? We're not 21. We're at a grown-ass age. Most of us are at that 29, 30, 31, 32, in our 40s. You know what I'm saying to you? You get me? Yeah? We question when it's 3 weeks to marry you. Yes, we do. But can I be honest with you? This is 3 weeks of intense conversations. Deep talkings. You feel what I'm saying to you? Deep talkings. So, and the show's going to help you get married. So you're not even, so all that financial stuff goes out the window, except for the housing situation. But other than that, you're ready to go. And you know when you apply for the show, you know what you're applying for. It means you're ready to go. You know what I'm saying to you? When a man knows, he knows, you know what I mean? And he goes after what he wants. He does not waste time. And that's what he did. Now, like I said, now this only part I was a little bit sad at, you know what I'm saying to you? Because Ashley was looking at him like, she wasn't fully convinced. I'm not saying she don't love him, I'm just saying she looked at him like she wasn't fully convinced. Like she's gonna have to grow in that affection.
You smell just like that blanket.
Oh man. I forget.
Amazing.
Not one compliment did she say, you know what, you're handsome, you know, oh, you fine, like, you know what I'm saying to you. The one thing she said was that your eyes. That was it. That's when I knew, at that point, that's when I knew, blood. That's when I knew. I said, I don't know if she fancies man like that, you get me? Yeah? Because, like I said, like, you know, I was in Egypt, and when a woman likes you and they think you're good looking, they will tell you, you know what, you're handsome, or they'll tell you you're sexy, you know what I'm saying to you, like, they said, I can't keep my eyes off you. They say something to make you know that physically, you know what I'm saying to you. But, you know, I'm just saying that maybe she's not fully convinced physically. Okay? Maybe she's not fully convinced physically. Doesn't mean that she's not there emotionally. And then, you know, you guys keep telling me that women can grow in their affections and their love. So, you know, I'm going to let you have that one. All right? So that's what I'm seeing. But, you know, there is a little bit of a look of admiration there too. So I'm not going to be mad at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn, you look good. Kissing Ashley.
I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It was I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched the rest of the episodes, so maybe, like I said, she might grow into it. You know what I'm saying to you? I'm not saying she was revolted or anything like that. I'm just saying that it looked like she wasn't fully convinced at the jump. You know what I'm saying to you? So it may be that she'll get there after. But she did do a little dance. I will be honest. After she did a dance. But, you know, sometimes women, they get excited about the marriage, not the person. Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. So that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, I was wanting, you know what I mean? Man drops 4 or 5 compliments, he even get one back, blood. You know what I'm saying to you? So, I don't know.
Her lips are soft, lip gloss is popping. Yeah, it tastes good.
And then she was holding herself. So, I don't know. Maybe she's nervous. Maybe she's a bit anxious. Maybe she's feeling some, you know, maybe she's really taking it all in. Maybe that's, I'll give you guys that. Maybe she is taking it all in. I want to give her a bit of grace. But the way she was holding herself like this, I said, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just. It might take a while still. You're actually right.
Candy, the best candy in the world. Beautiful.
Thank you. You're handsome.
Mm-hmm. Look amazing.
Thank you.
Your personality. Just...
Yeah.
No. Come on. Something ain't right. Maybe she's just shy. You know what I mean? Maybe she's shy. Maybe she's nervous. You know what I'm saying to you? Because, blood, how can man tell you look good and you're not telling him that you know what? You look handsome. You look nice. You know what I'm saying to you? That you know what? You look tasty. You know what I'm saying to you? How you not gonna tell me I look nice, bro? I was waiting for it still.
It's crazy.
You can leave it. I need
No,
that. Yeah, leave all of that. I need.
Maybe she's nervous, you know. I'm gonna give her some grace because I like her still. You know what I'm saying to you? I like her still. I'm gonna give her some grace. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give her some grace, but I'm not fully convinced. That's what I'm gonna say. Okay, I'm not fully convinced. That's what I'm gonna say. Anyway, let's move it on. Nick D and Hannah situation. You know what I'm saying to you? And you actually look fire. I can't even lie to you. Damn, that woman look good.
I'm still like nervous, like in a good way though. You're probably like, okay, like is he blonde? Is he 5'8"? You know, is he scrawny? Is he fat? And I could be.
I don't care.
You just don't know.
No, I still love you.
Yeah.
All right, so Hannah obviously came back, double back to say, listen, Nick D, is you're the one I want. You're the one I want, Nick D. She explained that, you know, she's insecure. Can I be honest with you? She's given Chelsea from a couple of seasons ago in Love is Blind. Can I be honest with you? She's given Chelsea in Love is Blind. I can't lie to you. She's given Chelsea in Love is Blind. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay? Because the insecurity is hella loud. There was a moment that she did something which was a little bit concerning for me. He said, listen, when you're in this space, just know it's long for you. He was like, we'll make a cute couple. And she was like, oh, why are you saying that for? He's like, oh, I was just joking. I can't even joke that we're going to be a cute couple. It's when I knew it's mad. Yeah? I could not. At that point, I knew it's mad. If I can't even make a joke that we're going to be a cute couple, it's not even a joke. If I can't even say we're going to be a cute couple without you feeling like I'm actually talking about your insecurity, and I said he going to die another death like my boy from Chelsea's season, right? He gonna be suffering because that is gonna be hard to deal with. I can't lie to you, that's long. How am I not gonna be able to mention that you know that we look good together and you think get the frick out of here? Because man mentioned bikini and he was like, I said, sis, nah. Sis, you gonna cause us all a problem. Okay, you're going to cause us all a problem. And I can see it ending badly, just like it did with Chelsea and situation. Okay? He gonna be definitely saying he ain't going to be married at the end. I'm so sorry. Yeah. She might even double back onto Leo later on, if I'm honest with you. Okay? Now, Leo was crashing out. But before he crashed out, he obviously had a conversation with Brittany. Can I just be honest? This conversation with Brittany was mad. Can I be honest with you? The conversation with Brittany that he had was just crazy. And I'll tell you why it's crazy. Because how you ask them to pick up rings?
I know how I feel about you, but you're not giving me emotional security, and that's fine. I'm trying to be rational, but also realize how I feel. Because it's not your decision completely.
Now, can I be honest, Brittany? You try to come out here like you were catching all the man them, yeah? and you weren't. See them things there, yeah? The man them were catching you. See, you thought you were catching the man them. You know they were catching you. You thought that you had the man them locked because obviously you were catching the ballers and this and that. Meanwhile, you always felt like you were the one that was always having to compete with other women that they had. Sis, then you weren't catching ballers. The ballers were catching you. That's completely different. So you weren't catching these man them. They were catching you. Darling, you need to look at that. All right? Because if you always feel like you're always in a position where you got to compete, darling, no, it's not him. You got to think about you, darling. All right? You got to think about you. Why you always in a competition? Do you know what I mean? Yeah? I said, damn. Okay. All right, no, I can't say nothing, you know what I'm saying to you. But that's what I'm going to say about that situation, you know. And him asking her to choose a ring, and is it a square, is it a diamond? I know, and do you know what it was? It was a manipulation because he was like, I just know you so well. I know you so well. My dog, why are you trying to lock her in for? Why are you trying to lock her in for? Why are you trying to lock her in for? You know what I'm saying to you? Oh boy, trying to lock her in about, you know what, I know you so well. Get the frick out of here, bro. I should have trusted my thought process and gone and got this. Bro. Broski is very much, you know what, I wouldn't even say like he's like Sam from last from UK version. I wouldn't even say that. But I would say that, listen, he needs an over healthy donation of validation from these women. He's enjoying the aspect. You know what I mean? He's enjoying the aspect. He's enjoying the fact he had two women on his path and his arms. And really and truly, I don't think he really wants to make a choice between either of them. Dragging it out. If you knew it was Hannah all the time, he didn't go for it. Now let's talk about obviously his crash out, and then we let other people get involved in the conversation, because this crash out was epic, and it was of epic proportions.
You need to be sure, and like you were not sure.
Hannah, I felt like, have you made up your mind?
Oh my God.
Hannah, like, can you at least just tell me, like, what have you and the other connection committed to? Like, is this set in stone? Like,
it has just been a lot. Like,
Now, listen, at the end of the day, listen, he crashed out, but I mean, honestly, all Hannah had to do was say, listen, I got to get out of this conversation. Let me speak to you in the morning. That was all. You know what I mean? I'm not going to feel sorry for her because she was crying. Like, we don't just feel sorry for people because they cry. Like, at the end of the day, listen, he put pressure on you to ask you the question. Listen, hey, what it is. Of course, he was being manipulative because really and truly, he didn't really want Hannah either. But if that's the situation, Hannah, you just got to get on with it, go and sleep, come back on it. But when she did go and sleep, she came 10 toes down. I can't lie to you. At least she came back 10 toes down. You know what I mean? But yeah, no. For me, obviously, with the Hannah and Leo situation, I mean, he was piling on the pressure, weren't he? Really, you know, he was crashing out. He's like, "Oh my God, have you made a decision already? Like, you haven't told me? Like, did it?" And I get it. I do also get it because they had a conversation before. Okay, they did have a conversation before, but you didn't want her. If you did, we wouldn't be in this situation. He did not want her. Okay, he wanted somebody. He wanted to play the game, and you played the game and you lost. Now you got to handle the consequences of the decision that you made. Okay, all right. Let me get people on. Let me get some people on and have a conversation. I got the last 15 minutes or so. Talk to me, Dahlia. What's your thoughts? Episode 1 to 3. What are you telling me?
Okay, so I'm gonna try and make sure that I don't spoil it because I know that we're only on 3. So this is probably the first time I've ever watched this show and just like totally binged out on it. I enjoyed myself this time around. I actually really like the couples for the most part, except for Leo. Leo can take a long walk off a short cliff. To be honest with you, I feel like Marissa is the one I have the most issues with. When I think about what do I actually know about these people, I feel like I know the least about her. I feel like she reminds me of, I can't remember which city it was, but she reminds me of the Love is Blind from 2 seasons ago where they had that ballerina on there and the ballerina was given like surface level conversation and she was crashing out too. Like the men picked up on it and the only woman who wanted her, the only man who wanted her was the boy who ended up, I low key, I think he might be putting his hands on her. I don't know. I hope that's not true, but that's the vibe that she gives me. Like, she's very superficial. That's what she leads with. Brittany's the same way, but with Brittany, I like Brittany. I like Brittany because even though she's a gold digger, she's so blatant about it. She's so open about it. Like, she's not. I don't think she's playing people. Like, she's pretty upfront about what it is that she wants. And with Marissa, I just felt like I don't know that there's anything really there. And what is there, she seems like a good time girl. I'm not really sure what she's doing on the show. Yeah, that's my thoughts on her. And I can't stand Leo. He legit made me angry. Like, I saw how he was pressing Hannah and Brittany for that matter, and I felt anger. And I was just thinking to myself, Hannah, just leave. You can literally just leave. You don't have to sit around here and just let this man press you like that. You don't have to. I think she kind of likes that, though. I think because of her insecurity, I think she likes the fact that she's got two men chasing after her. She's a bit of a game player too, and I think that's going to come back and bite her in the ass. Yeah, I don't. From what I understand from other comments is that Leo's family, they're not newly rich. They're not old money, but they're not new rich either. He's third generation rich. So his family, they're really well known in the art space. And he really is wealthy. He's not lying. He's really wealthy. And it's really strange to me that he told us that basically his entire family died, and yet you don't hear him talking about that. And I don't know if it's because the editors cut that out, but I think that's really strange. He leads with his money, even though he says he doesn't want to be liked just for his money. And we really don't know anything else about him. That's it. He's another one. I don't know anything about him. That's weird. You don't talk about your family who all died. You only ever talk about money. I know more about his Rolex than I do about him. That's weird. That's suspicious. Yeah, those are my thoughts. I don't know if Elsa.
He did mention that. I don't know if he mentioned his whole family died. I know he mentioned some members died, and that's how he inherited his riches. So that's what he mentioned. But is that what he said?
Yeah, he's an only child.
His parents and his grandparents have passed, and he's an only child.
Yeah.
Okay, I know he said something. I wasn't sure who he said died, but I don't know.
Said both his grandparents. He said his mom, his stepdad. I don't know, Elsa. Did he say if his dad died too, or no?
He didn't mention much about his dad. But one thing I know about Leo is he talks about emotion. He doesn't show emotion. He may talk about it. He may say it, but he's not showing it. He's not even aware that his partner, who he's talking to, he's not even acknowledging their emotions. You know, he's what I got from Leo is I want to be able to pick between two or more. And you are not going to stop me from the picking that I wish to do. You are not going to dump me. I am going to choose and dump one of you.
Right.
Leo's ego is bigger than the pod. And I was just flabbergasted at the fact that this was allowed to happen. Because Hannah, you know, your insecurities kept you there because he's like, I want someone who will fight for us. I've been pulling my hair out all day thinking about us. I'm sorry. Hannah, you need to get up and go. And my problem with Hannah is it tells me again, she's not 10 toes down. The ladies are swaying you. Leo is getting into your head. If I was a gentleman, I wouldn't want Hannah at my back. If I was in cheerleading, she couldn't be, you know, the base of the pyramid because you're flaky. You're flaky. I don't think you're going to hold up to any kind of pressure. So again, you know, they both are problematic. And he just, you know what he gives me? Late bloomer too. Because he got swag, but he got no game. He got no game. How are you going to talk to these two ladies basically the same? But I'm telling you that, you know, put a pin in it. As I said in you know, other areas, I put Matthew on the shelf for Leo. Leo is diabolical. I'm sorry. He is diabolical. And while you were just saying, Kojo, that, or you were saying, Dahlia, that Brittany is very out there. You could see it. She is the gold digger, the personality. She's giving that.
Mm-hmm.
Nick and Leo, one is the player you can see, and one is behind the fog. One you can see outright. All the ladies is like, oh my God, Nick is flirtatious. Nick is da-da-da. Like, you like Nick? He's all this. But we're not seeing the diabolical that is Leo. And it begins here with Press and Hannah. How dare you leave me? Are you solid with him? Are you sure? I was like, no, Leo, the girl just told you she made a choice. You are not respecting her choice. Go ahead, Dahlia.
Well, to be honest, I actually feel like we saw a bit of that before we even got to that conversation. So if you recall, when he was speaking with Brittany and they were having the conversation about finances and he was telling her that he comes from wealth, and she told him, oh, okay, great. Let's talk about finances. And then she went on to say, how do you feel about 50-50? And he's like, oh, well, I'll pay for most of it, but I don't want to pay for all of it. And she says, oh, well, I'm basically a kept woman. My last man, he was taking care of me. This brother didn't bat an eyelash. And that immediately a red flag went off. It's like, okay, so either you didn't hear what she just said or you don't actually care. I think he likes that. I think he likes the fact that she would have to rely on him. I think he can tell by her general demeanor and that voice of hers that, and just by the conversation that she's having, that she's a beautiful woman who is used to getting play from men who can take care of her and who probably look really good. She didn't come right out and say it to him. She said it to the audience, obviously, but she didn't come out and say it to him. But he can pick up cues. He's not a stupid man. And I think that if he says with his mouth he don't want to be liked for his money, but I think he really does. I think he's one of those red pill types that leads with his money. And he wants somebody who's going to look good on his arm. And she's going to be the trophy wife. And she's cool with that. But I don't like the fact that he's not being honest and upfront about that, even with himself, that's really what he wants. I think we saw it even then.
Can we also talk about the fact that Ramsey also is giving me Hannah vibes when he said he got into his head when he found out that he was, Marissa was number one for Bowden as well. He was still, his face when Bowden showed him the name in the notebook, his face dropped. Kind of like when Hannah's face dropped when Brittany came in and said Leo's name. I was like, Ramses, I know you don't believe in the toxic masculinity or whatever. I'm going to need you to at least cover that face up. Cover that face up. Hold it together. She has not made a decision. And you actually spoke and manifested it. You said, I hope I don't go into a love triangle. And how you gonna handle it, brother? How you gonna handle it? Every man.
You know what kind of woman he got? He knows she's the exact type of woman to stir up a love triangle. Like if she was really serious, that wouldn't be happening. Only the unserious people find themselves in love triangles.
But is
they
it
don't
a love
really
triangle?
know what they want.
Are we hearing love? Are we hearing love?
Yeah, all right, fair enough. A lust triangle. Let's say that.
I ain't heard a single thing that sound like love.
But you know me, if I'm gonna get into that situation, I'm probably gonna, my dark arts are gonna kick in. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna leave here with something. Like at least if you don't choose me, I'm at least wrecking it. So when you choose him, you're just wrecked. This is me being honest. Like, I'm gonna sleep with you at least or something, because I need to make sure I got my little something out of this situation. This is, forgive me, God, forgive me, but I'm not. I realize that I've got a healing to do. But in my head, I'm like, if I'm Ramsey or thingy, my ego can't take it. My insecurity can't take it. Let's call it what it is. My insecurity cannot take the fact that, because if I'm Ramsey's, I'm also gonna be like, when I heard that, I'll be like, all right, cool. See, now I got to play a little bit of a game, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? True, but that's my insecurity, bro, rather than actually being secure. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it with something.
He did do that, because remember, he said that he's like, I was surprised that you were picking between me and Bowden because we're nothing alike. And he was telling her, because he's so, you know how he is, he's so something like intense or something to that effect. And I think he put that in her head. And she's like, yeah, he is intense. And he's like, he's such a military guy. I'm surprised that you like him. Remember, he said that. So
that's fair.
He's sneaky.
He's trying a little game. He's trying a little B move. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like he was giving a little B move. But yeah, I definitely hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Go for it, Elsie.
That ain't dark arts, Dali.
It wasn't dark enough, at least. That's what I'm trying to say. It was light soy. You know when you get dark soy and light soy? It was very light soy. You know what I'm saying?
That's a dark feather.
Yeah, no. It was interesting, and I think I do think that these shows are always interesting, like because like I said, getting caught up in a love triangle is painful. I can't even lie to you. I can imagine how painful that is. And it takes a very secure, I want to say the word secure, and I'm not secure yet. So it takes a very secure person to stay in that situation and meander through it when you're hearing about the other party, which is why he said, I think in the pod, he was like, I'd rather have not known, because then I can kind of go through it. Do you know what I'm saying to you? So I get it, you know what I mean? Like, it's tough. And you know, fair play to him. He was mature enough to say, listen, I would like a bit more reassurance from you. And this is where, again, my insecurity would have kicked in, because the moment I told her, listen, what if I propose to you? And she would have said, I need more time. My insecurity would have been like, yeah, that girl don't want it. You know what I mean? If she was serious, she would have been on it. But that's me and my insecurity. But obviously, like I said, when you're more secure, you take your time with things and you can see things from a more broader perspective. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily want to be in that situation. I can't lie to you. Yeah. I'm gonna leave there with something. That's what I'm gonna know.
Can we also talk about Steven and Monica?
Yeah.
Did they come up? They came up in this one, right?
The 3/5 black people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came up in this one because Steven.
3/5 black people.
Yes.
So wow.
He said Nigerian, Congolese, and he said something else. I said, damn. I said your daddy was daddying. Okay.
In denial.
Denial.
The true Nile.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indeed.
Oh man.
I keep hearing about this comment about Mutt. Did he make it in the first 3 episodes? I must because I'm on 2 times speed, so I must have missed it.
Yes, he did. He did.
So he called her actual Mutt.
Yes.
What is the context?
In that she's as culturally mixed as he is.
So okay.
Girl, you a mutt. And he was laughing about it, and she laughed too, but I wasn't laughing.
Okay.
But, hey, fair enough.
What is the cultural I guess the word mutt, what does it hold as a word? Is it an insult? I don't really know that word like that. To be honest.
For some, it's kind of an insult because you're mixed with things that you just don't know. You're mixed with all different things. You're just you know, I hate to say ambiguous, but it's kind of like you just don't know. But there's a lot of mixture in there. She did say Honduran, didn't she say that?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
And African American, but you know, I'm sorry, and I don't mean any insult to anyone who does do this, but I just don't understand being 30-something and still sleeping with a stuffed animal. That to me, it needing a security blanket, and I mean no insult, still needing a security blanket from a child, it tells me, Monica, you have a lot of other stuff to deal with. I'm not asking for anyone in the chat to tell me if they're sleeping with a blanket or not, but it told me a lot.
I might have a
her.
blanket or two. No, Jake, I don't.
No, I mean a blanket or a stuffed animal from a child that you have named. I'm sorry.
She
did name it.
Rosie Jane. I have it in my notes. Rosie Jane. Has a middle name and all. Okay?
Now, Rosie Jane.
Oh.
Now, for Steven, I do like the fact that we do have a blue-collar worker. I'm liking in DC that is not just everybody of stature or scientists or real estate out there. And I did like, and I'm kind of partial to it because my husband is a blue-collar worker. So Steven will be my favorite except for his mud comment. But Steven, to me, I'm hoping Steven doesn't do the quintessential, I want to fit in with my brethren, okay? I'm hoping he doesn't do that. Because even though your genetics may say all of that, West Africa, your outward appearance does not say that. So, Stephen, I'm just hoping he doesn't go in there like that. He's a reformed Trump supporter. He said that, Life of Bodge. He said he's reformed. So we will take him at his word, but I always say voting is a confidential, right as a citizen, and no one needs to share who they vote for.
Hey.
Okay. So Stephen, he sounded so proud of the fact that he's partly Black. But I did think it was a little weird when he was talking about getting the ancestry results back. And then his first thought was to go to the bookstore and learn about it. And it's like, you live in DC. You can't just go talk to some people. Because, Coach, I don't know if you know this or not, but DC has a huge African population. There's a lot of Africans there. And it's just, I thought that was so strange. It's like, that's your first thought is to read a book about it? You can just talk to people. They would love to have you. So that was a little weird to me. But he seemed sincere. She seemed really sincere. And I personally, Elsa, it's not a shocker to me that he said he was part Black. I look at that man and all I see is that basketball player, Blake. God dang it, I can't think of his name. It starts with a Blake, but he looks just like him, where he's like, you're clearly mixed with something. Somebody in the chat, I know you know who I'm talking about. He's a basketball player.
I understand. I see it, and I have to say, Stephen is aesthetically pleasing to me. With height.
Griffin, yes. Blake Griffin, yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, width and height, Stephen is aesthetically pleasing. He, being a blue-collar worker, and my bias is this is what I'm married to. So I do understand Stephen, but I'm wondering with Stephen, with Monica being, that high-powered lady and he being blue-collar, my question would be, considering DC, and Phil told us today, DC is all about where you live and where you work. I wonder if she will be, I don't want to say proud, but will she be ecstatic to be taking him into her circles, especially her professional circles? No. So she already told me.
I don't think she would. She's already noted it. She's already said that if I saw him just out and about, I would never have chosen him. And she was specific that it was because of his education levels. But I've never understood people who say that. That never made sense to me. Like my family, we have tons of professionals, but we also have tons of tradespeople too. And I don't understand the logic behind that. I've met enough people who have degrees to know that just because you have a degree, that does not mean that you're smart or that you're an intellectual. I think that that's an elitist take to have. I know that the Married at First Sight, not Married at First Sight, the Love is Blind, the one over in the UK, Jasmine's mom said the same thing. It's like, oh, well, you don't have a degree, so you must be stupid or something to that effect. And I just think that that's really elitist and snobbish, and it's just decidedly untrue. And I hope that by being with him, she comes out of that state, because it's really dumb. It's really dumb. And I feel like it keeps a lot of people from getting together who probably would be really good matches. And I actually think I think they could be a good match for each other given some time.
They definitely can, because, the world needs more electricians and tradespeople, of course.
Yeah.
So can I ask you about your thoughts on Leo going to David and David disclosing that Hannah dumped him when she found out he was 5'8" to her 5'9"? Crazy,
isn't it? Crazy. I just thought to myself, sis, you was out here talking about insecurities, but you out here dumping people that are 1 inch smaller than you. But no, listen, he got the information he needs to get. My thing is, Leo didn't need all that information, because boy, she was spilling the guts after anyway about her insecurities, about how she feels like she gained weight during COVID. So he didn't need that anyway. But something that doesn't matter. Obviously, at the end of the day, Obviously, at the end of the day, like, you know, this, like I said, Love is Blind has never been blind. It's never been blind because you're going to see the person, so it's never been blind. So you are going to see the person. So I get it when people want to find out information. And obviously, when he downloaded information from Old Boy, you know, I can see how Old Boy was a little bit hurt too. How am I going to tell you I'm an inch smaller than you and I get dumped? But you talking about how you got insecurities about your face and your weight and everything like that. And it's like, it's giving, how can you be so sensitive about, I mean, dumping someone about it because of that and then you be so sensitive? It's like, okay. But hey, everybody's entitled to what they want.
I have thoughts on that interaction. So you were talking earlier about you gonna leave here with something. I feel like that's what David did. In the same way that Ramsey's, he kind of put that little thought into Marissa's head about Bowden. I feel like David did the same thing with Leo, just to kind of sabotage him, because David was very clear. Hannah was his number one. And when she said, when she dumped him, I think he was trying to sabotage her relationship with Leo. And on top of that, we don't even know if that's the reason why she dumped him. We only have David's version of events. Hannah never spoke about it. We never heard, the producers never asked her if they did. They left it on the cutting room floor. We have no idea. We can only assume that that's the reason why she dropped him. It could have been something else. Maybe David was just a terrible human being. We have no idea. But I didn't like that. I don't think that was David's place to say something like that to Leo. I don't know why Leo was even asking him that. I feel like he's intentionally trying to stir up drama. And I also, I get Hannah, if what David said is true and it really happened that way, while I don't like what she did, I understand it, because when you're feeling really insecure about yourself, because I've done this before, when you're feeling really insecure about yourself physically, you think the whole world thinks the same way as you, and you become really critical of other people, their looks, because you think other people are critical about your looks, and it makes you really, really shallow. Like you can't even crack the ice to get below to the surface and see the rest of the iceberg, because you're so focused on how you look to other people. You think that's the only thing that's really holding you back, and you never really have a chance to develop all the other parts of you, or really to appreciate all the other parts of you that a person would and could like. So I empathize with her, even though I feel like that's probably her worst trait that we see on the show. Yeah. What do you think, Elsa?
I think Hannah, like I said earlier, I don't know if you saw Koja's previous live earlier today. When Hannah talked about ugly babies, I knew she had a depth of insecurity that the pit of the core of the earth probably isn't far enough. Because she just, when you can look at a baby, truly at a baby, and just it come out your mouth that it's ugly. Yeah, Hannah. And I think it's because, she shared about her fluctuations in weight. I mean, heck, we all gained, or most of us gained COVID weight. Some people didn't. But I think she's still, based on her question to Nick about being, an athlete, I think Hannah's dealing with her own, I'm no longer a high school athlete. And how do I adjust to that in the real world? Well, I'm no longer an athlete. I'm no longer at my athletic peak. And she, doesn't see that. She's still very much into the visual. And even though she couldn't see David, she knew that he couldn't cast a shadow that was higher than her. Okay?
She does this thing that I've noticed a lot of tall girls do, and it's most especially in tall white girls. They do this thing where they try to shrink themselves physically. I don't know if you noticed that about her posture. Like her back is rounded, and that always bothered me, because it's like you're a little bit delusional if you think that you can hide yourself from the world like that. Like, girl, you're tall. Get over it. It's you just need to embrace it. Like, it's a done deal. There's literally nothing you can do to change that. And they always try to physically shrink themselves. And it's also interesting to me that she said, and somebody mentioned in the chats, that her mom was basically locking out snacks from her. When you do that to somebody as a kid, you are basically turning that food into like this forbidden thing. You make them feel bad about them wanting food. You make it forbidden, which actually makes them want it more. And you also you kind of place the seed in them that, oh, my looks aren't right, and if I don't change them, then people won't like me. You put that into a kid's head, and then you get a Hannah. And then on top of that, she's tall too, which is not, from what I can tell at least, that's not really prized in white people culture. From what I can see, it's not. And then on top of that, she knows for a fact that Leo is also interested in Brittany, who's like this cute little petite, vixen type. And so she's like, here I am, like this big tall girl up against this beautiful petite little girl who has no problems catching a man. And so it's doing a number on her head right now. I wonder what she would be like if she didn't know that she was in a triangle with Brittany, or Brittany wasn't there at all. I wonder if she would be acting the same way. Yeah.
She would find a source other than Brittany based on how deep this insecurity is. If there was anyone that liked the same man that she liked, she would find a reason. She would deep it. So yeah. I don't think it's just about Brittany. I do think that Brittany did see her because she turned to the door. I think Brittany did see her and said Leo just to get a reaction, throw off her square a little bit.
I did too.
So while I appreciate that there isn't any diabolical listening behind the counter in these ladies' lounges, I do, see the little snippets of, doing stuff, blatantly, but covering up with a, I'm sorry, but that was a, player move. That was a player move. And especially coming in bubbly, like, oh my God, I just had a great date. You did that, Brittany. I see you. And it's exactly, it's exactly what you would have done in the outside world, since your superpower, you said, it was taken away. Did we get to 50-50? Did we have 50-50 conversations?
Who had a 50-50 conversation? Brittany.
Say that again?
50-50. Who had a 50-50 conversation?
That was Brittany.
That was Brittany, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
so
listen.
She said all the men are hard 50-50 in DC.
Well, we'll discuss that. We'll discuss that tomorrow. And I'm sure Alexis is going to discuss it with Jay. Jay doing the live tomorrow, Alexis?
Jay and I are doing a live on her channel, Another Round JS, on Friday night. She did post it on her community wall.
Cool. Okay. So, audience, make sure you go and watch. I guess you guys are doing it from 1 to 6.
We're doing 1 to 3. 1 to 3.
Oh,
and
1 to
then
3.
4 to 6 on Sunday. So, or
Okay,
Saturday
fine.
morning. We got to do a poll.
Okay, because I know we're on Saturday afternoon, I think, for Love Is Blind. So if anybody wants to join, it's an open panel one. I'm not talking the whole entire time, so it'll be an open panel. So I'll let you guys know. I'll message Dahlia and Elsid and a couple others. But yeah, listen, audience, we'll be back tomorrow, Friday. We've got 2 lives I've got to do. I've got to do the Pop the Balloon, because y'all love that one, but I got to watch it. I need to watch it. You know what I mean? I heard it was carnage, so I need to watch it. Obviously as well, so we'll do that tomorrow evening, and then I'll probably do 4 and 5 on the Love Is Blind. I don't know if I'll get to 6. We'll see, because it's like 70 minutes these episodes. It's crazy. So we'll see if I can do it. You know what I mean? I'm on 2 times speed, so yeah, you know what I mean. But anyway, listen, audience, it's been great. It's been amazing. We'll see you guys again very, very soon. If you haven't done so, listen, we've got our 100 Club tonight as well. I know a few of you guys already joined, so shout out to you guys. If you want to join, Dahlia, I'll send you a link if you want. If you're free later on, I'll send it to you. But listen, audience, I appreciate y'all. So listen, stay locked, stay loaded. We'll see you again very, very soon. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, baby. Okay? Don't do anything I wouldn't do, baby. Love.